Who got it? Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, experienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's
One,
Beef
two,
Vegan
three.
Presents.
Here we go. Yo, welcome back to the show. This is Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com. Good morning, Rico.
Well, hello there.
And good morning, everybody out there listening. Thank you for tuning in to this Tuesday. We got a great show lined up for you on this Tuesday. A lot of things to cover, some things to give away, and just fun and games. And Rico's back, so I'm amped for it. I just posted a beef tip for the ladies out there this morning on the Rock 102.1 Facebook page saying, ladies, just because a man has a camera, it does not make him a professional photographer. Just keep that in mind. So many women, especially in the OnlyFans era, are always looking for photographers to help take those saucy pics, which is great. You know, I mean, I don't have an iPhone 13, but when I do, you know, and if I was single, then I'd freelance all day long. Be like, yeah, I could take awesome pictures of you naked. Sure, I got the eye. We all have that eye.
You have the iPhone.
Yeah. But yeah, too many times, and this has been happening for a couple decades, actually. I just noticed this. A lot of creepers with cameras, and all they have to do is say they're a photographer, and girls are like, okay, well, you know, I normally don't trust strangers, but since you have a camera, hold my blouse, please. I got to get naked so you can take pictures of me. Totally trust you because you have a camera. And a lot of times that backfires. I see that all the time, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get into today's top stories. The first news is sad news. Actually, I got back-to-back sad news.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I know. You know what? Sometimes the news sucks. For Cardinals fans, it sucks to hear that D-Hop will be out for the first 6 games of the season for testing positive for performance-enhancing drugs. You know, but the silver lining there is at least he's trying. You know, so yeah, but that's bad news for the Cardinals, who continue to have like a string of bad luck. But at least Kyler Murray is still with the team, and if he's in good spirits, should be okay. But not having the best wide receiver in the game for the first, you know, third of the season definitely is not going to help the Cardinals.
His back is going to hurt a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. His back might be all jacked. You know, depends on what PEDs he took.
Oh, God.
Yeah, maybe he tested positive for Viagra, and they consider that a performance-enhancing drug.
It absolutely is.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I know. I mean, I heard
things.
Yeah, I totally heard.
Yeah.
And, of course, the other big news that is taking over the internet is the leaked document from the Supreme Court saying that they are going to vote to strike down Roe versus Wade. Of course, this will be a decision that's not going to sit lightly with a majority of the American public. And it's crazy to me to even see this happening, because you know it's going to cause civil unrest and protests throughout the nation for the foreseeable future. If they do veto this and say, okay, now it's going to be 100% illegal, it starts with abortions, right? Saying 100% illegal to have an abortion, and then one by one, they kind of just take away these women's rights when it comes to their own reproductive health. Now, obviously, I'm not a woman. I'm very feminine, but definitely not a woman. Still not up.
I didn't want to assume.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, my pronoun is still he, him, and that's
good.
fine. You know, in this day and age, you are who you are. But when it comes to female reproductive system and rights, honestly, I don't know much about it, right? I am a father of a daughter. I do know that there is anatomy there that does need to be treated in many different ways. It's a very complicated system. Life itself is complicated, but to take away those kind of rights and make it more complicated doesn't stop abortions. We know this. It just leads to more black market abortions. And at the end of the day, no matter what side of the fence you're on, when it comes to this particular issue, there's going to be a lot of people that are furious, and rightfully so, that these rights are taken away, especially after people who've lived with these rights for an entire lifetime. And those grandmothers who fought to restore these rights in the first place, they're all going to take to the streets, and the protests won't stop. They'll be unrelentless, and it will continue until then they reinstitute it. So I don't see the point and the purpose to, redact it in the first place. That's my hot take. for the morning.
So steamy.
I know. I mean, it's just stupid to see that this is even happening. It's like, great. And that's what was that the mass distraction? I posted a Johnny Depp Amber Heard meme on Facebook last week, and there was a couple listeners like Christy was like, this is all just a massive distraction. I'm like, well, for what? Oh, for the Supreme Court? Well, at the same time, we're not live streaming the Supreme Court meetings. So it doesn't take much to be distracted and until the news drops that they're making decisions without the general public's awareness or consent. And it just like if I did a poll right now, like a legit poll, not just a listener poll, pro or con Roe versus Wade, across the country, I'm pretty safe to assume that the majority, at least 60%, would be pro Roe versus Wade. Am I wrong in that assumption, Rico?
It'd be divided.
It's divided, but it's political. And yes, the religious right is obviously going to be against it. But I think a lot of people on the right aren't religious right. And when it comes to something like this, they might go more moderate or more middle. But we don't talk politics on this show for this reason. I've seen
more anger than when they took away the, potato fries at Taco Bell.
No, you haven't seen nothing yet. I promise you that.
Okay.
Let me look into my crystal balls real quick. All right. They're big, they're shiny, they're hairy.
Another summer of love coming up.
No, yeah, exactly. My crystal balls, my beef Stradamus prediction is if they overturn Roe versus Wade, there's going to be nothing but protests here for the foreseeable future. And they're only going to get bigger. They're only going to get louder. And it's not going to stop until it's reinstated. That's my prediction. And that's it. That's all I'm saying on that. Let's move forward. I'm going to hit the reset. We got your morning more on. We also have an opportunity for you to win MLB The Show. I'll let you know what console for the game that we're giving it away for today. And today is National Paranormal Day. So it's a perfect day to give away Paranormal Cirque tickets. It's Cirque du Soleil, the Paranormal Edition. So we'll be doing that later on in the broadcast as well. So that plus a bunch of great music, plenty of reasons to keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Let's get into it. It's Beef Vegan Presents live. Let's go.
So creepy. It was very cinematic.
Talking politics this morning. Yeah, I see you.
The best way to jump into 6 a.m.
Yeah, I know. That's how we started the show today.
Yeah.
Well, we started the show in two different ways, okay? And we're very pro women today. And we defended Roe versus Wade, and we posted on our Facebook page a little beef tip for the ladies. If a man has a camera, it doesn't make him a professional photographer. That's the lesson of the day, the takeaway that we want to stress to all those women out there who want to get more likes on their Instagram or, go down the OnlyFans, business model, which I am pro OnlyFans, by the way. I'm all about independent business, and there's too much money to be made off of perverts out there in the world not to. But at the same time, it's one of those hot topics where you touch it, you're like, ow, that's hot. All right, I'm going to go and touch it again. One more time. It's still hot. No, but how can you not, man? It's big news. All right, let's do a tease. Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's a podcast broadcast, the only podcast that's live on the radio. As you know, coming up in the podcast broadcast, we have a lot of things to cover. The vampire community is speaking out against amateur blood drinkers Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly. We have a Florida man story that involves FaceTime and penises, and a bunch of videos that I can't play on the radio, but you have to see for yourself. So you can join us on the Rock 102.1 Facebook page, youtube.com/beefvegan, or keep it right here. We got more coming up after Rise Against. Here's Savior on Rock 102.1. Good. Okay, so that was my tease. Hot. Ow. Still hot? It's still hot? What?
Oh, it's going to get hotter with all those fires breaking out all over cities pretty soon.
No, shoot. Watch out. People are going to rage. And
I'm already so mentally and spiritually exhausted from the past 2.5 months.
I bet.
After the last 2 years, and I'm just like, oh, great.
I know.
More?
Yeah, no.
Bullshit.
It's never ending. It absolutely is.
Yeah.
I want to start off things like this, though. I do have... this week I'm going to play the 5-second rule.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I'm doing that all through the week to give out MLB The Show video games. So I wrote a bunch of categories, but I want to test them out on you, Rico.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see how many rounds of the 5-second rule Rico can accomplish here. And this is a good way for me to test how good these questions are. All right. So you know the 5-second rule. You need to give me 3 seconds within 5 answers. All right. Here's our first one.
5 answers within 3 seconds?
No, three answers within 5 seconds.
Oh, God.
Okay. So you got this. All right. Give me a woman's name that starts with the letter B and go.
Beatrice, Bernadette, and Bridget.
Got it. There's one. All right. Here we go. Name 3 movies starring The Rock.
Jungle Cruise, the Fast and Furious.
All right. So one for me. All right. Here's our next one. Name 3 countries in Europe.
Portugal, France, and Italy.
Okay. You started off with Portugal. That's pretty fancy there. You're flexing your big brain, Rico. All right. Here's our next one. Video game worthy. Name 3 characters from the game Street Fighter.
Guile, Blanca, and Dulcine.
Oh, nailed it. All right. Name 3 actors from the movie Jackass.
Johnny Depp. Johnny Knoxville, Steve-O, and Weeman.
Oh, just in the nick of time. Ooh. All right. Final one. And so I have to write a bunch more. Basically, you're showing me how easy these are. All right. Name 3 reasons why it would be hard to sleep at night.
Stress.
Okay.
Okay.
So out of those 2, movies with The Rock and
sleep. Don't use me as a template. I have
you're my guinea
brain.
pig. I know, but I had to see how hard those were.
You're taking notes on a clipboard.
Mm-hmm.
Subject A. Definitely totted.
All right. So Kyle said, since we're doing Beef's crazy conspiracy theories, what if it really is the left pushing the ban on Roe versus Wade so they can blame it on the right since the left is hurting so bad now, right? No way banning it stands like you say it. What? Well,
that's definitely being discussed. I know that.
Yeah, no, that's a conspiracy theory that's Rich, like, because
why shoot yourself in the foot?
Well, right, because right now, I mean, if we're gonna do politics real quick, the left is getting murdered in the polls, and it looks like this midterms will go super right, because everyone's shitting the bed. So the only way, like this, overturning Roe versus Wade is a bad look for the right. If anything, it will pull people back to the middle or go left. So yeah, I get that. But no more of that shit. I mean,
you unleashed the Kraken, my friends.
I know, man.
Nobody's fault but yours. Yes, you did.
Blame society, bro.
No, you don't have to talk about it.
No, fucking society, bro.
Society, bro?
Yeah, society, bro. It's the news, bro. The leaks, bro.
You just bra me? You triple broad me?
Yeah, man. In this situation, that's how I save myself. I go heavy bra.
All right, we can go back to talking about naked Vin Diesel then.
Yeah, here we go. Rock on 2.1, brah. Welcome back to the show. It's podcast broadcast. Let's bag on Machine Gun Kelly. Now, I mean, I always have fun with that. He's going to have a new movie coming out, and I'm predicting it to be garbage. I'm all about weed movies, but,
Is it a vampire movie?
No.
No, it should be.
Yeah, no, it should be because it's probably going to suck. But last week I reported, I shared the story and it leaked out to the gossip rag mags and whatnot that Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox do a lot of kinky things in bed, which got my attention. But one of the things they do is they drink each other's blood, which, I mean, Megan Fox, sure, I'll drink anything that comes out of her body, but that's gross, but I stand by it. Machine Gun Kelly, though, looks like he has hepatitis. He's like, he's the next Kid Rock. He's probably got Hep A, B, C, and D.
Oh, leave Kid Rock out of this.
Hey, no, he played Tommy Lee in The Dirt, and Tommy Lee has Hep C. So I'm sure Machine Gun Kelly, being the method actor that he is.
Good point.
Yeah. Banged a bunch of groupies and got Hep himself.
Good point.
Yeah. But real-life self-identifying vampires have concerns about Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly's blood drinking, and they said this is a warning from the vampires of the world that they should be tested for diseases and blood-borne illnesses and should lead blood withdrawals to medical professionals and professional vampires. So
I just like the thought there's like a vampire association. Like the head of the committee is like, Vlad, go talk to him.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Okay.
Just like, hey, yeah, you're doing it irresponsibly.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is there a responsible way? Well, you're supposed to bite the neck, and I noticed that you're not biting the neck, so you're doing it all wrong. And make sure you get tested.
You're making us look bad.
Yeah, you think two of the most beautiful people on the planet today are concerned about diseases? I think they're feeling okay. They're like, on the outside looks good. I'm sure the inside's okay.
God.
So
remember that Simpsons episode where Mr. Burns thought he had the disease, and he's like, "You have so many diseases. You're trying to push them through a door, and they just can't break because you have so many."
Oh yeah,
that's like exactly what they have.
You think that's what
they have? Every
Machine Gun
disease.
Kelly?
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, fine.
Machine Gun Kelly's been sucking so much. He decided, in honor of that, to go back to rap. So where he started sucking in the first place. It's full circle suckage. Keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Be back with your Florida man story of the day next on Be Vegan Presents. Clear.
Full circle suckage coming at you after 5-finger death punch.
Circle suckage, yeah. I want to show you guys our latest troll post that I'm going to post maybe later today or earlier tomorrow morning. And this is in honor of our last week's post was the Amber Heard. Yes, this conversation is bizarre, Sarah. That's how we.
Do you want a normal conversation?
Yeah, that's how we do a 180 from Roe versus Wade.
Right.
So, we did. I posted something that I shared something on the Rock 121 Facebook page about the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial, and underneath the picture of Heard and Depp was a reaction on Facebook, a like or a heart, and asking what team are you on. And it got an amazing response. I think over 500 people hearted Johnny Depp. 3 people liked Amber Heard. So 3 people are on Amber Heard's team and the rest are on Johnny Depp. An overwhelming
very
amount.
Suspect.
Right. So that gave me an idea. I'm like, okay, this is a good formula for a troll post. So I was like, okay, if this was the lineup, who would be the headliner? And I had Powers put 5 headliners, 5 frontmen of popular bands in pictures with a Facebook reaction underneath them. And we'll see how it works, but I'll definitely need you guys to react to this as well. I'm going to show you why it's our troll post. And I think most of you are keen to what we're doing nowadays. So here it is. You got Dave Grohl here. You like for Dave Grohl. You do the care emoji for Axl Rose. You heart for James Hetfield of Metallica. Hetfield. You do the wow emoji for Anthony Kiedis, and look at Chad Kroger, short-haired Chad Kroger.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him I'm like, wait.
Oh, people will recognize him.
Oh, that's Chad, all right.
Oh, that is Chad. That's so Chad. Canadian. Yeah. So based off of that, if you're on Facebook right now, give me an emoji reaction. Which one would you go for? If this was the lineup, if you had all 5 bands on one bill, the mega tour, the mega festival, we would be so lucky to get a festival with this lineup. Foo Fighters, Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Nickelback. Who is the headliner? React in the comments below. I want to know. I'm going to post that later on. We'll see how it works out. Of course, the people who aren't privy to the conversation and part of the crew might get triggered by Chad Kroger even being included in the conversation. And that's the hope. I'm going to try to troll. So
you might be the one to revitalize their popularity. Who knows?
Well, that's the goal too.
Yeah,
I said that, and it's time to bring them back. Especially with Foo Fighters taking a hiatus, and it might even be like a permanent hiatus.
Yeah,
we need an arena rock band to fill those shoes. And I looked at a photograph, and Nickelback is that band. So hopefully Chad Kroger, if his personality got in tune and he got humbled, he could come back and be a little more Dave Grohl-esque as far as his personality. And I think it'll go a long ways in selling tickets.
Goes on an apology tour.
But if you ask me right now, today, if someone came up to me like a promoter said, hey, I can get Nickelback to headline the next KFMA day, would you want it? I would 100% say yes. I would 100% say yes. And I know there's people outside of this audience who would shit on that. But within this audience, I think I have a compelling enough case as to why that would be such a great time. And it's time to just embrace it. Shake off the stigma, all the shit, and be like, you know what? No, it's 2022. We survived a pandemic. Nickelback rocks. I'm standing by it, and I'd love to bring it back. So Andrew's saying that Metallica and Nickelback co-headliners. I think that's actually happened before.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's
funny. Yeah. All right, so here's the deal. We have a ton of videos to get to, and I'm going to set those up. But first, we talked about Vin Diesel earlier this morning, and why? Well, because the director of Fast and Furious quit, all because of Vin Diesel. Check this out. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I immediately thought of you when I came across this story, Rico. And I don't mean to out you, but are you a fan of the Fast and Furious films?
I use fan very loosely. I am very entertained by the saga that is Fast and the Furious.
How many of the Fast and Furious films have you watched? There have been 9 of them.
There is 9. I have seen every single one except for Tokyo Drift. I'm saving that one. Even though it intertwines with the plot line, I have still not seen Tokyo Drift.
I don't know if it intertwines with the plot line. I did see it. But anyways, yes. So you've seen all the Fast and Furious films. So
everyone.
You would consider yourself family, as Vin Diesel would put it.
I would be family if I saw Hobbs and Shaw, but I still haven't seen that either.
Oh, well, that's kind of like the spinoff of the divorce. Well, family. I got bad news for Fast and Furious fans. Yes, the director of Fast X reportedly quit.
No.
And yes, and he quit because of Vin Diesel. 100% because of Vin Diesel. Now, this is a problem. Vin Diesel's continued to be problematic when it comes to this franchise. Very protective of this franchise. He's ousted The Rock. Him and The Rock hate each other. And that's why The Rock is spinning off doing Hobbs and Shaw and other stuff. And Vin is always quick to say, we're family. The reason why we're doing all these films together. And it's
is that your Vin Diesel?
Yes. I just got to slow it down. Hey, we're family.
I am Groot.
Why, if you were to guess why the director quit because of Vin Diesel, what do you think it would be?
Let me chalk it up to a Marlon Brando style. He probably showed up to set drunk or fat. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, you're not too far off. I would go with fat. Yeah. No, they're saying a so-called source with knowledge of the situation claims that he left because Vin Diesel is so difficult. And this is the quote. Diesel shows up late to the set. He doesn't know his lines, and he shows up out of shape. His job is supposed to be the muscly meathead, right? Now, the director went on to say he's never seen anything like it. And the director, Justin Lin, is giving up $10 or $20 million. He'd rather not make $20 million than to work with Vin Diesel. That's insane. Now, no one is dissing Vin Diesel on the record because everyone knows this kind of tracks with what The Rock says. And this is why The Rock doesn't want to work with Vin Diesel anymore. Now, as far as Justin Lin, you're thinking, okay, well, it's just the director. It's probably his first Fast and Furious film and first time working with Vin Diesel, so they'll just get somebody else.
Right.
Wrong. Justin Lin has directed 5.
Yeah, he's a huge part of it.
He's a huge part.
And he's had enough.
And actually, some people who speak very slowly would consider him family. Justin Lin is family. That's why.
Turned Southern for no reason. He's my family.
I mean that. I mean, well, we drive cars fast and we're family. I don't know. I'm trying to do it. Let me hit myself in the head a couple times. Then I'll really nail my Vin Diesel.
Dean sausages.
Your boy is ruining this franchise. So if you think Fast 10 is going to be good, I would not hold your breath because none of them were good. But
no, go ahead.
Nah, that's it. Just be bagging on it.
Yeah, I was going to say I have a great idea, actually.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
I say replace Vin Diesel with Johnny Depp.
Ooh.
Could you imagine?
I don't know if he's considered family. I don't know. Let's go to the phones. Rock 102.1. Who's this?
Hey there. This is James.
James, what's up?
I'm making a bad decision right now. In the middle of traffic. Anyway, I'm almost clear. Hey, I got a little bit of advice.
Okay, go
Do
for it.
Do not compare Vin Diesel to Marlon Brando, please.
Why? Because Brando was such a great actor?
What?
Because Brando was such a great actor.
He did a hell of a lot more. Did a hell of a lot more than Vin Diesel ever did.
So
you gotta show some respect.
Have you seen Fast Five, bro? Have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy? The way Vin Diesel voices a tree is so Brando-esque. I don't know. And honestly, like, we're only comparing Vin Diesel to the girth of Marlon Brando because Vin Diesel's on his way for being fat Brando.
I understand. You guys are reaching for the low blow. I get it. But anyway, I'm just giving you my 2 cents. And you also play way too much Foo Fighters. But anyway, you guys play Tool, so that's cool. I got to go to work.
All right,
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for all the critique. None of this stuff, by the way, I have any control over. I don't have control over the music. I have no control over Fat Brando's weight or Vin Diesel's weight or Tool. So coming up next, we got Foo Fighters followed by Tool. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA, Fat Brandos. All right, that was James, and James is a dick. So that was
Fat Brandos.
Yeah, calling up defending Marlon Brando
How
here.
dare you besmirch my Brando?
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
I'm like, cool.
Just keep your eyes on the road, dude.
That's awesome that 80-year-olds are into fucking Tool. Thanks for listening. Jesus. He came in like, let me give my 2 cents. You're so wrong. Yeah.
You're going to go to your next meeting like, we're missing a whole Brando demographic right now. Should tap into that.
Oh, man. Yeah. I mean, it's just the way that he said it.
It was funny.
Yeah, it was kind of dickish where I was like, immediately like, oh, here we go.
Listen here, you little shits.
Yeah. Don't you compare Vin? No, in fact, actually, every day from here on out, I'm comparing Vin Diesel to Marlon Brando. 100%. I got distracted because Powers likes my Vin Diesel. Apparently. You just got to try to do. It's like it's been doing my Forrest Gump, but slower, and that's how I nail my Vin Diesel. All right.
I feel like it's a more slow motion Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Doing the same. I mean, the fact that James Gunn, he knows what he's doing. He cast Vin Diesel to voice Groot, which is 3 lines, and he cast Sylvester Stallone to play Shark in King Shark in Suicide Squad, and they're basically doing the same.
Yeah.
All right, I want to show you this video. This happened on live TV. You remember the classic clip of Geraldo Rivera getting a chair thrown in his face when he had a bunch of neo-Nazis on his show?
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was huge.
I forgot about that.
This happened in some place with a bunch of squigglies for letters, and it's similar, very similar. It did not end well. This guy got super affectionate after he got nailed in the face with a chair. I'll show you what I mean. Check this out. Hopefully this plays. Boom! You know you got knocked the fuck out when you started falling in love immediately, right? He's like, hold me,
Vin Diesel.
I love you. Hold me. You're my daddy now.
Oh my God.
That chair rocked him. One more time. Watch this. Boom.
Boosh.
Up. Instant replay. Boom.
Yeah, that's straight to the temple.
Yeah. One more time for the kids. Boom.
Boom.
And then I don't want to wait for our lives. Look at it. Busting out the
Full
nipple,
nip,
like feeling
Jackson?
yeah. And he's like, I got you, baby. I got you, baby.
Don't worry.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Mikhail has you now.
seriously. What were they talking about, you ask? Yeah. I don't know. I was
Like, it doesn't matter. There was a chair to the face, unsolicited, and boom.
boom. And boom.
Woo.
Brutal. Yes, I know. Have you ever been hit so hard that you fell in love with the person next to you?
Regardless of your preferences.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to die in a second. I love you. Save me.
Save me. I want to feel your man boob before I go. I'm seeing the light. Oh no.
Yikes.
Yeah. This is a bucket list. Oh. Yeah, you saw the blood. I mean, he started bleeding pretty fast.
Why were you groping beef? You're like, dude, I just had a chair thrown at my head.
Yes.
I don't know why he was just there. I mean,
All right.
big meaty man boobs.
Yes, we got our Florida man coming up here in just 8 seconds. Let's do this.
Florida man.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's now 9:29. Let's do a Florida man story, Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Florida man, catch an alligator in the trash can. If you can't do it, no one can. Come on now, Florida man.
All right, this one comes with a mugshot that you're going to be able to see in the podcast broadcast stream. It all starts with some perv who FaceTimed random people with his junk out. You remember what is it? Snap roulette or no? Chat roulette.
Chat roulette.
Yes, chat roulette was the thing that came out around the 2010s, in the early 2010s, and it immediately fell out of favor with the general public because perverts got on it and essentially just were sitting there flashing their penises to everybody. So that's what this guy's doing modern day time. Now with FaceTime, you can FaceTime pretty much anyone if they answer and they have an iPhone. So this guy essentially was just calling random numbers, and whoever answered, he would immediately have his junk out just to kind of represent, be like, hey, what's up? My name's Dick. Well, it's actually, his name is Adam Smith. Smith. He's facing charges after he FaceTimed tons of strangers while doing the deed to himself when they picked up. 3 different people went to the cops, but he probably did it to more than that.
He did it to the cops.
Yeah. In fact, I was rewatching Ozark last night, and at the first episode, the drug cartel guy said, what should my father do when his employee of 15 years got caught stealing $5? Jason Bateman said, you fire her because that's not the first time she did it. It's just the first time she got caught. So him having 3 people call the cops means he probably did it to at least 30. One victim said that when they answered, he was completely naked and squatting in front of his camera, which is not a good way to do it. Yeah. The person managed to take a screenshot before Adam hung up and then showed some tattoos that he had. The cops were able to track him down based off those tacky tattoos, and they arrested him. He's now facing felony charges for indecent exposure and obscene communication. And he also got busted for indecent exposure a few years ago when he pulled up next to a woman in a car and exposed himself. And the dude, I'm going to show you this mugshot. I mean, the dude's not a bad looking dude, to be honest with you. So you feel like
or at least he doesn't look like crazy Florida crazy.
He doesn't look crazy Florida crazy.
He looks like got cut from the high school football team and lived the rest of his life in despair.
Yeah.
That kind of guy.
So, I mean, this is a curse of somebody who probably has a hog too big for himself. Like, he can't handle that responsibility. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got it. You got the gift, but at the same time, what do you do with it? You just want to show everybody, and you're using it wrong.
Look.
So flashing people on FaceTime definitely makes you a Florida man. And there's your Florida man story of the day.
All
right, we're going to keep the conversation moving to our podcast broadcast, and we have a lot of videos to show as well. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA, Vegan presents. Clear.
I just want to know if that detective or whoever had like that Pepe Sylvia, like the string board, like detectives have with different like dick pics. We got a match here in this region, this number. We're gonna put it together.
Yeah. Like, imagine being part of that lineup.
Pull down your pants, sir.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what? No. I thought you were thinking I was a murderer. I'd much rather be in the murderer lineup than the penis flashing lineup. Please throw me there.
This is a Hello Kitty tattoo next to your left. Not the same guy.
Yeah.
Keep moving.
Suck with a tan. Yes. So that was grade A Florida man. Fantastic. There was a sketch that I saw yesterday on Reddit that I wish we wrote. Yes. It was
every time.
I know. You're like, oh, that's a good
We can do it, but do it better.
Yes. Well, I don't know if we could do it better. We'll see if Kat's down for this idea.
Oh boy.
Here we go. I'm gonna play this here. It's our viral video of the day. If I'm gonna give this segment a title, that's exactly what I'm gonna name it. And then I want to check out TMZ Tucson. If you guys are down with, if you know about TMZ Tucson, they post great videos from time to time locally of just local dumbasses. And of course, there's a bunch from the Arizona State Fair that I want to share with you. So now that the fair is over with, when you go to the fair during the daytime, it's all family friendly, but really Friday, Saturday nights, that shit gets crazy. And this year it did not disappoint. People were out in full effect, swinging for the fences. But this segment's called, I'll give you $200 if you drop your towel right now. All right. So let's check this out.
Oh, clever.
Yes. He's probably coming by to give that $200 I learned yesterday.
Sneaky Marco.
Yeah, I don't know where that's from.
Oh, no.
But
somewhere in that place.
Yeah. Smooth. I just liked how he gave it a good look, and then he's like, give it a second. Okay. That's $200 worth. There you go.
I was not expecting that. Well played.
Mm-hmm.
Something more nefarious.
See, now if it surprises you, then you know that was a good sketch because you're pretty good on the sketches. Let's go to the phones here. So what we got. Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
Oh man, someone must give me the wrong number. I'm supposed to be calling Chris Elliott. Is he there?
You fucking fuck. I mean, seriously.
Hey, are you sure this is not Chris Elliott? It sounds like him.
No, it doesn't sound like Chris Elliott.
Paul
Chris
Giamatti,
Elliott
you
doesn't
jerk.
sound this good. We just look similar.
I'm just messing with you, Beef. It's 420.
I know, Vern. You hurt my feelings, man. And people have been posting Chris Elliott memes on my Beef Vegan page, and I'm still pissed off by it. Like just the fact that I could see it. That's the thing that makes me so upset about it. Is that not that people compare me to Chris Elliott? Is that I look at certain pictures and I say, yeah, I see it.
Like, God damn it.
Yeah, and that hurts.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna find him on Cameo right now. See if
I
he's
really
available.
don't see it. I don't know why people say that though.
That now you're just trying to be nice, and I appreciate that. but-
Redemption.
Now, there's
But,
definitely
I
some.
forget.
What-
Go ahead, sorry.
There's definitely been some side by sides that seem pretty spot on. Shamanti did the best one recently when I put on that blonde wig, and he's like Chris
Oh.
Elliott. I'm like, oh yeah. So let's show. I got a couple comments, but appreciate the call there, Vern.
All right, no problem. Have a good day.
You too, dude.
You're like, name 5 Chris Elliott movies then.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna edit that up real quick so I could play it as a speed break. That'd be funny.
Chris Elliott.
Elliott. Oh, see, I already put Chris Elliott in my Vox Pro, so it's like you already have that. I'm like, oh, Chris Elliott too, then fuckers. All right, let's see. So even this one, well, you're not gonna be able to see that.
I'm gonna email his.
Oh, someone put a picture of Paul Giamatti. Adam posted a picture of Paul Giamatti underneath my comment and says he says otherwise.
Ooh.
And then this is the picture of Paul Giamatti. Let me show this real quick, and then I'm gonna play a clip from earlier. All right, let's show because I told my Paul Giamatti story this morning because I've been called Paul Giamatti before as well, which is another burn that hurts my feelings. But what are you gonna do? Here it is.
No, you're not that cynical and disgruntled.
I am that cynical and disgruntled. Thank you very much.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah. All right.
He has had enough.
He has
That
had
man has had enough. That face is just given up.
All right. Earlier this morning, we revealed the latest craze that you're going to want to buy, the latest toy that you're going to want to buy
Oh god.
this holiday season, and it's from Snapchat. It's called the Snapchat drone. This thing is crazy. Check it out. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. It's Beef Vegan Presents. I started off the show with a beef tip saying, ladies, just because a man has a camera doesn't make him a professional photographer. Well, I got good news for you. You don't even need a man with a camera nowadays. Snapchat just revealed their latest product. Now, Snapchat, of course, is an app, so they have physical products. That's the question. And it's like, yeah, now they do.
I'm
They're
too old for
evolving
this.
into this. Yes. And you might be interested in this, Rico.
Oh yeah.
They're now selling a $230 drone that takes selfies. All right. So this is better than trying to take a selfie and falling off a cliff for a good shot. So Snapchat is selling this selfie taking drone called Pixie that pairs your phone and takes photos and videos of you.
Oh my god.
This is kind of a game changer, to be honest with you. Like, this is something we might be able to use for sketches and stuff.
See, now we're talking.
Right.
But yeah.
Now, it's about the size of your hand and weighs less than 4 ounces. And unlike most drones, you don't even control it. There's like AI in place. It can do 4 different things: hover in place, orbit around you, or take a video as it flies away from you. Now, I don't know how you're going to get it back,
Pay the extra fee to come back to you.
Yeah. It will even follow you around as you walk or run. So this is where we're at as far as technology is concerned. I'm actually pretty stoked about this. $230 or $250 for the Pixie. You can get it at pixie.com. They say it can do 5 to 8 videos on a single charge. And then when you're done recording, you just hold your hand out and it lands on it.
That's adorable.
Oh, just give it little eyes. And then you got yourself a little pixie pet. Oh,
It's gonna be the new Tickle Me Elmo for this Christmas coming
You
up.
know it. You know it.
Yay.
I mean, my daughter's not even into Snapchat right now. In fact, actually, she's not allowed to be on Snapchat.
Good,
That's a whole
keep her
nother
off.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know there's a lot of people out there who have kids that love their social media that are going to be begging for this. It's definitely going to be the Christmas item of the season, the Pixie.
Dad, I want a Pixie. What the hell did you just say?
Yeah.
Why?
Now, if you just get drones to do like practical things around the house, I mean, we're almost there. We're almost there. The technology has caught up with us. We're living in the future. Now we don't even need friends to take pictures of us. Now all of our pictures can look like it was taken by a friend and it was just our friend Pixie.
I hope one comes with like a little hand attachment, so it looks like you're on the beach with somebody. And it's like, how sad.
Right. Yes. I got some pictures I want to show on the podcast broadcast stream, which I'm going to do. I can share it with you real quick what it looks like. This one is yellow. And yeah, it fits in the palm of your hand. It looks like a phone, really, but it's a flying phone.
Hell? Looks like an Oscar Mayer drone.
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully it comes in other colors than ugly yellow. But yeah, the Pixie, pixie.com. It's coming soon.
Coming. It's coming.
All right, so we're back. I'm going to show you the video of this thing. I didn't get to show that on the stream. This thing is nuts.
Skynet,
yeah. Skynet for sure. This is the Pixie that Snapchat is selling, and it's fully automated. You're just like, go Pixie, make it Pixie, take pictures of him, Pixie.
Go catch my wife messing with the neighbor.
Right, little spy Pixie. Well, be careful of that too, because how does technology get ruined? By perverts. Perverts take this technology. Is same thing with Google Glasses. There's so many different examples of something that's been cool and convenient. And then as soon as a pervert gets a hold of it, boom. Next thing you know, you got Pixie upskirt pics.
Yep.
That's going to be a search phrase on Pornhub. I guarantee it. But it is pretty cool. So get it before it's banned. I know they're not going to sell this shit in Japan. I mean, hell,
they probably already have it for 10 years now.
Well, the fact is, with Japan, they don't even have camera phones that are silent. Every phone, takes that little clicking sound because of upskirt pics.
Wow.
Yeah, it's by law. You cannot turn that off. You can't even bring the volume down.
How funny.
Everything else on the phone you can mute, but if you take a picture, you hear a loud click, click.
Really?
Yep.
Damn.
Because of the perversion in Japan. Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to have any shame either. Like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah, that was me.
Whatever.
That was me. It was your fault for wearing a schoolgirl outfit. I'm going to school, sir. Yeah, still your fault for getting an education in that dress. Yeah, some stalker ass shit for sure. All right, but I still want one. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even Snapchat. I don't do any of that. But now I'm like, okay. I see. Some
this is my in.
Yeah, and it charges. The new sex tapes, like drone recorded sex tapes, like amateur sex tapes. I know I had to take it there. I know you're like, why do you always take it there? Well, I don't know. I mean, that's a source of entertainment that I consume every now and then. But I could see it. I could see the possibilities and the potential there.
Lots of potential.
You want us to talk about science? Canada might add specific laws to address crimes on the moon. They already have laws for crimes committed on the space station, but not the lunar surface itself. And they're getting ahead of it. So they're planning on us being on the moon so soon that they're going to have laws in place while you're there. But they're Canadian laws. So what do you think those laws are going to be? You got to give a Canadian, like, no icing on the moon. That's a hockey joke.
Yeah.
Shout out.
I was going to say you have to know hockey if you want to go to certain districts on the moon.
Yeah. In other space news, the James Webb Telescope mirrors are aligned, and the Mars helicopter sent back photos of the wreckage from the parachute that helped its rover touch the ground last year. I'm sure you guys saw this. Initially, it looked like it was a UFO crashing, but it wasn't, and that's disappointing.
I saw you post that. I was like excited at first, and I'm like, looked into it. It's like, oh, by the way, that was clickbait.
Yeah, that was Unilad tricking me, and I apologize for. I know I fell for it. That's my
misinformation.
Yeah, let's get back on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Yeah, I was just talking about how I got tricked by a Unilad with some clickbait about the Mars rover and that wreckage last week. We saw it. We all saw the pictures and we're like, oh, cool, UFO on Mars. There you go. That's definitive proof. And they're like, nah, that's ours. I'm like, that makes sense. Of course,
But it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks like a UFO. And of course, we build things that look like UFOs.
Now it's a Spirit Halloween store.
Yeah. All right, I have an update for penis forearm guy. You remember this story, Rico?
No, pray tell.
Well, there was a
Remind me.
47-year-old man in England named Malcolm McDonald. The fact that we know his full name is pretty embarrassing, but he developed an unfortunate infection in his perineum in 2010, and that's his taint, basically. It got so bad that it caused his manhood to fall off. Yes. Do I have your attention now? Now, luckily for him, modern science is amazing, and doctors came up with a plan for him to grow a new package, but he had to do it on his forearm, which led to the question, like, why can't more men do this? Like, I mean, not that I need one, but I don't mind having an extra one and maybe even, like, switch it out. I don't know, for date night and anniversaries. But he was in the news a few years ago when they started growing. And then he even showed off pictures of it, pictures that are too not safe for work. So I can't even share them on the stream. But just imagine a penis growing on a forearm. And there you have it. And they used skin from his arm to grow it until the new unit was just above his left wrist. So it actually grew pretty well. Yeah.
What a nice icebreaker at the bar.
Oh, I know.
Want to see what I'm packing? Like,
It's funny too, because whenever he took a picture with friends, all he had to do was wave to the camera. He's basically inadvertently given a D pic.
Right.
It was great. So many jokes, so little time. So the good news is he finally had it grafted onto his crotch earlier this year, and he says he's finally whole again. And he said it doesn't work like his old junk did, but there is a built-in pump so he can inflate it whenever he needs to perform, which is pretty convenient, actually. But I think David Spade recently had a joke about this where it's like, yeah, the pump thing is great and all, but the whole foreplay of pumping it up is like, you want to go in the bedroom?
Right.
And girl's like, actually, I got a headache. Oh, yeah, no problem. So to Malcolm's credit, he's kept a very good sense of humor about it. And he says he didn't even mind when his friends made jokes. And there's actually going to be a new documentary about him performing tonight in the UK. Hopefully we can get that on Netflix here soon. It's called The Man with the Penis on His Arm.
Aptly titled.
No nuance there.
No.
Just like straight up, just what it is.
The man with the forearm penis. Coming at you live.
But good news. And that's good news for a lot of people out there. So just in case your junk falls off, you do have an option. You just got to grow it on your forearm. All right. We'll hit the reset. Be back with your beef tip right after this. Clear. It's those kind of stories that are made for morning radio, honestly.
Science.
Yes. And I saved it for you guys, for the streamers, and on air, for everybody joining us.
I wonder if the doctors were just trolling. They could have done it from any appendage, and they're like, forearm. Be hilarious. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Like, can you just do the thigh somewhere closely? No. Forearm.
No, totally forearm.
Has to be.
Got to. We had some F My Lives today that were good. I actually ended up, ending F My Life this morning with an F My Life that I had the night before with my daughter. In case you missed the F My Life from earlier today, it went a little something like this.
Get caught self-loving by your mom.
Awkward. It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupider.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600 KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Self-loving. Rock 1 2x1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Time for another edition of F My Life. These are unfortunate situations emailed to me at beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, give us a call 600 KFMA at 600-5362. I have an F My Life, a personal F My Life that I'll share for last. Are you ready for these F My Lives?
I am so ready.
All right, let's see. Colleen sent this first one. She said, yesterday, I went to get coffee. While I was at the drive-thru window, I went to pay with my card, but I dropped it right out the window. It went under my car. F My Life. What do you say, Rico?
Big baby.
Yeah,
It
minor.
happens to everybody.
It does.
You get out, you make it awkward, you pay, you leave.
You have to get out, though. Ugh.
I know. Should be an app for that.
Right. All right. Next F My Life situation sent to me by Sydney. She wrote, today I waited on an elderly man whose wife had just left him. After going on and on about how his dog will love his leftover chicken, I nervously caught a case of verbal diarrhea and uttered, well, if there's chicken involved, I'll get on my knees and be your dog. Like, what?
What? I'm so okay.
Yes.
Yikes.
Sydney. I'm going to swoop by later with some KFC. What's up?
Some of that rotisserie.
That's funny, though. I've had verbal diarrhea my entire life, so I can relate to that. Definitely F my life, Sydney. All right, Katie sent this the next one. She said, today I heard a loud crashing noise. I ran into the kitchen to see what it was. My cat had knocked over my fish bowl and had my beta in her mouth. After scolding her and rescuing it, I decided to clean its bowl. When I went to dump some of the water in the sink, my fish went down the drain. Oh, that's my life. What do you say, Rico?
It's like Final Destination for your pets.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna happen no matter what.
Yeah, right. It was meant to be.
Well, it's a pet. F my life. How sad. Poor fish.
It's a beta fish, so big beta. Baby. All right. Let's see. Final listener email F my life today. Today, instead of my boyfriend calling me Kit Kat like he normally does, he called me his Kit Kat Chunky. When I asked him why, he said it's because I'm now 20% chunkier. Oh. You know what, Kat? I think a lot of people would dig that, so I'm going to say big baby. What do you say, Rico?
Well, he could have also meant 20% more lovable.
Oh,
so
that's
right.
My life. I'm telling you, chunky is in. You ever see Keep It Up with the Kardashians? All right, and my F my life, my guest bathroom, I have 2 bathrooms in my home. My guest bathroom that my daughter uses doesn't have a lock on the door. So yesterday, my daughter walked in on me when I was mid-dump. And so I had the full-blown face and everything. Yes, the strenuous. And we locked eyes. And it was a moment that seemed like an eternity, even though it was only a couple seconds. And she is forever scarred. And I was slightly embarrassed. F my life, Rico. What do you say?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
I like the knee-jerk reaction when that happens. Like, no. But sometimes you're mid-dump and you don't have the chance.
Yeah, she goes, no. And I'm like, get out. So she's like, oh, my God. Next time,
silence.
I think she'll knock even if the door's open.
Oh, yeah.
There's your F my life. Keep those emails coming in, beefvegan@kfma.com. We're going to hit the reset and be back with more Beef Vegan Presents right after this. Yep, there you go. That was F my life from today, and that was mine. But not to top it, I do have one from our very own Christina. Oh, I see you, Christina.
Oh.
Yeah, she was talking about how she went to California, Chula Vista or something like that. And she was with her dad and her cousins, and they stayed at this hotel. And she had her son, a young son at the time. So she asked her dad if she could go with her cousin down to the nightclub that was at the hotel to dance for a little bit, right? For like an hour and a half. Well, to dance for the night. Mm-hmm. And he was kind of being a dick. And he's like, well, I'll give you till 10. All right. And it was like 8:30. And she's like, well, she just wanted to dance. So she's just going to go and do the hour and a half. That's all she can get, whatever. But keep in mind, she's a grown ass adult at this point. So her dad's just being a dick. So she goes down to the dance floor and starts dancing at this club. Within like 5 minutes, she gets a text from her dad saying, you know what? Never mind. Come on back. I don't even want you to stay out till 10. She ignored it because she thought he was joking. Next thing you know, she's dancing on a dance floor with her cousin, and she hears, Christina, where are you? In the club. The entire club stops, looks at her dad, then looks back at her. And she said she'd never been more embarrassed in her life. So I ask you streamers, is that an F my life? Put your comments in the YouTube comments or on Facebook for Christina there.
Good
and
Lord.
I would say, what would you say, Rico?
I would literally just run away. Be like, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I'll piggyback on this, Christina, because yes, it is an F my life, and I agree it's an F my life. And I had this similar situation. And just the other day, I was talking about the story of being in Vancouver with Phil Hellmuth and Johnny Chan. I don't know if I was talking about this on the stream or whatever. I was mentioning that I had this night where I was hanging out with these 2 poker legends, and we go to a nightclub, and and Phil Hellmuth's in the VIP booth with his sunglasses on, just trying to be recognized. And I'm like, let's do a walk around, blah, blah, blah. What I left out was that my mom was along with us on this because she was doing the business deal. And with that, thank you, Christina. That's my job. That's the way I envisioned it. So with that, my mom was there. And so I'm in Vancouver, and I'm only in Vancouver for a couple nights, and we're staying at the casino, and I'm doing what I do best in nightclubs. I'm making friends, right? So I'm going out and I'm drinking, and I'm out on the patio, and I start talking to this girl. and we're kind of hitting it off, just vibing, and conversation's going good, and I'm single at the time, so why not, hook up with a Canadian cutie. So as I'm like talking to her, we're hanging out for a little bit. All of a sudden, my mom comes out of nowhere. Yes. And goes, "Where were you? I've been looking for you all over. We got to get out of here." And then like right in front of this girl. And I'm like, I guess that's my cue. I got to go.
This is my getaway driver.
Nice to meet you. Yeah. And I'm like, what is the fucking problem, Mom? And she's just like, well, I just wanted to go. And the limo was there. I was like, I could have took a fucking cab, bruh. I know. Like I'm 28 years old at this point,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Miss Lippy.
Came in with the super hot cock block, and this girl,
bad.
Yeah, oh man. And this girl, like, we were vibing. We were gonna hang out. I mean, at the very least, we would have just partied together and shut down the bar, and then would have got a cab. But yeah, I feel your pain. And I know you feel my pain. And yeah, parents in for the cock block. It's just like, come on. And in your situation, you just wanted to dance. And honestly, I just wanted to have fun. I'm in Vancouver for like 48 hours.
Hell yeah.
And
fun town.
Yeah, I got dropped off at this club in a limo, and it's VIP status, and I'm partying. And I'm a single dad at this point. I don't have too many opportunities to go out because, I've been, being responsible. So this was my opportunity to blow off some steam and stuff. If there is a silver lining to this story, and there is that I went back to the casino and I played poker and I won like $500. So, but I mean, I didn't hook up with a Canadian.
You would have spent that $500 anyway.
Yeah, I would have.
Hey,
Rocco 2.1 KFMA. All right, welcome back to the show. That's all the time we have for today's podcast broadcast. Hope you guys enjoyed listening to the show. Of course, tomorrow morning, we're going to have fun and games as well as giveaways for the Cirque Paranormal and MLB The Show. Also, we're going to have in-studio guests from awesome independent wrestling show that's going down this Sunday night that Power is going to be commentary on. And I possibly will be too if I can get out of Mother's Day plans, but we'll see. But we'll have fun with that. I gave you a beef tip to start off the show, so I'm going to give you a beef tip to end the show. And your beef tip right now is why your flatulence smells so much nastier in the shower. You ever notice this, Rico?
Ooh, all the time, every day.
Yeah. Well, it's a fact that our flatulence smells worse in the shower. Medical experts say there are 3 reasons why. 1, you're naked, so there's no like underwear filter. Yes. 2, the shower is enclosed and it traps the gas. And 3, the steam from the shower makes your nostrils more sensitive. So those are 3 ways that your flatulence is much nastier in the shower. My beef tip today is not to not fart in the shower. In fact, actually, if you are going to fart and it's going to smell, at least have fun with it. And make sure you're directly under the water. So when you rip one, it sounds like a bong hit, because that's hilarious no matter who you are.
Worth it.
Yes, totally worth it. If you're going to fart in the shower, make sure it's a bong hit style fart, and you'll giggle while choking on your own flatulence.
And hopefully you're still high.
How can you not be?
Yeah.
So there you go. That's your beef tip for today. Thank you so much for listening to the show. Don't forget to tell a friend about Beef Vegan Presents. It's all about word of mouth, and we appreciate you. Riley's up next with 5 Finger Death Punch tickets. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
Bezos.
When you wish upon
Later,
a
guys.
side of beef, soon will come an end to all your grief.
What?
But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.